All right. Actually, let me make sure that let me turn my mic up. There we are. All right. Now, this is a little bit early. I had it set to go live in about 5 minutes, but I'm here. Might as well talk. I don't know if we'll be talking about much, just because it is the ROVAL. Obviously, we have NFL Week 5. Obviously, there's a damn football game right now. A ton of stuff going on, but I figured I'd go live and talk about this now. Um, if you're watching uh, my audio is working. Let me make sure all this is going through. Well, yeah, it is. All right, we're rocking and rolling. What was I saying? Yeah, if you were here yesterday, I actually ended up I did end up getting home yesterday until super late, so I didn't watch any of the Xfinity race. I did not have time to really do any research on the UFC fight or anything like that. So I have not seen a single lap of the Roval this year. So I have here. We'll kind of talk through this, and I'm gonna just show what I have as projections. Actually, secondly, let's go back and do two things really quick. One, also F1 has been just a disaster. Two, um, I'm gonna go back and find two things. One, I did end up playing the optimal lineup for UFC, uh, pure pure luck, which was where we at? What's this one anyway? But I want to look specifically at the Xfinity stuff because I've been obliterated this weekend. So there's that one. Did I do anything the rest of the day? Yeah, I did college football. Let me go back and find. Obviously, I'm trying to find the truck one here. Nope. Where's the truck at? Oh boy. Where's the other truck one, dude? Okay, so anyway, I'm bringing all this up. Is one. What is this? Oh, thank you. Thank Thanks for loss coverage, I guess. I did end up having the optimal lineup, split that with I believe 44 people. So that was good. But I wanted to talk about the truck and Xfinity. I have had a pretty horrendous week so far. If anything, the truck race I finished dead last and everything, right? Um, and this is the sound building. Now, yet again, I've just been I've been all over the place this week, and I have not been able to watch anything. So all I'm doing is just assuming what has happened. Now, maybe that's not the best thing to do with my time, but I really don't have. Well, I guess I do today. But I have no clue what happened in either of these races. But this is how I've been building for um, these events. Now, obviously, Corey Heim spun on the first thing and then ended up winning the race and stuff. But you're seeing that I'm running into a lot of people wrecking out on guys that I'm very much overweight on. Clearman and Rhodes specifically in this race here. And so, you know, I like those guys. I end up spinning out and having pretty terrible days. Yesterday's race, yet again, I didn't watch anything. I just haven't been here. I don't exactly know what has happened, but the place differential that I was chasing in the teens did not work at all, right? So this has been a pretty horrific Roval weekend, and yet again, when I don't watch stuff, I just don't I don't know what happened to die, right? Um, I really hate not being able to watch stuff because then I can't judge what I'm doing right or wrong. So I have zero confidence in today's thing just because I haven't been able to figure out what has been going on and stuff. But this is where I'm at for today's Roval race. What this looks or what it seems to be, based on my stuff, is chasing guys that are starting farther up front, taking the value on Busher, on McDowell, right, whatever. It's the Roval, big playoff, you know, stuff, whatever, right? Um, I'm guessing that shenanigans are going to be in play in some form or fashion. Now, usually, I mean, we can go back and look at this race in the other seasons really fast and look through. Um, but yeah, full disclosure, thing, I'm going to be using sheets of stuff very heavily, and I actually because I think Schroeder. I think Joe Schroeder is a really good DFS player, and I have not had the real need to try out Speed Geeks, but I figured for how poorly I've been doing this week, and I'm doing 60 lineups in the 20 today. I figured I'd just check out Schroeder's stuff as well. So while I am building lineups with my stuff, I have no clue what's been going on. I don't know if it's been variance. I don't really. I mean, I'll figure that out tomorrow when I have time to review all these races and stuff. But just based on how absolutely atrocious my stuff has been, or not even my stuff, just my lineups have, I've been pretty terrible in these last two races this week. That's why I'm just kind of like, hey, here's the stuff. When we look at last two races, two things I'm looking at is how many yellows we're having, what kind of chaos we're having in terms of who's being taken out or whatever, and where are the yellows at. So obviously stage one was fine. This is last year's race. Obviously two debris, but still very long green flag runs. Really didn't have crashes here. I believe 2 years ago or 3 years ago we had that one where Elliott got saved when his what's it called? His bumper cover came off. Into stage one was green here. It's the ROVAL, dude. I don't really know. This is obviously this is the late debris caution here. Green, to start the race, and obviously we get kind of stupid and stuff. When we're looking at laps led, I mean you're seeing 46, 27, 24, 24, 21, 27, 30, and 62, 14, 21. Who do who am I expecting to lead laps today? I mean, it's SVG. I mean, that's like the clear favorite. I also have Reddick getting laps led, but I think SVG should just slaughter the field. We're seeing that a lot of people priced in the 7K range or way farther down compared to where they usually are at intermediates and stuff are the people that my stuff is showing. So like, Hamlin, Blaney and stuff here. Like I said, I got like zero confidence in my stuff today of just how the week has been. And like I said, I have no context of why things haven't worked out. It's usually I don't really have the truck one is different. I at least understand that I had, a lot of my guys get taken out and stuff, but I don't exactly know what happened yesterday. And these are real courses. Who is messaging me right now? And I mean, it's Sunday. Everybody cares about football. We got a lower. It's 25,000 the first, which really sucks because we got Talladega coming up, and I mean, like, man, dude, I can't wait to max out the stupid plate race for like 25K up top. Yeah, I honestly don't really have many opinions. I mean, when I'm looking at lineups, I mean, I've already built some. Let's go ahead and get here, look over here. Let's see if you guys are saying anything. But I mean, I'm pretty sure this is gonna be a pretty short stream here. One of you guys here right now. Let's see what's going on. Jeremy, thanks for being here. When I'm looking at my lineups, as I said, obviously I like SVG. I like, a lot of the values that we're getting on, some of the cheaper guys, Gibbs, Chastain, Hamlin. My stuff is really wanting to use a lot of guys up top and everything, right? But just because it's the ROVAL, when we're looking at, the salary of these guys here, I'm still inclined to take a safety net of the place differential that we get. Like, for example, I know Priest is one that I've actively gone. Where the hell is Priest at? So Priest is 68, right? A lot of my stuff is wanting to use Hamlin and Cindric, even Wallace over Ryan Priest, right? I think in this range, because a lot of these plays that I'm having in the 6 and 7K range that aren't guys straight up top like Gibbs, McDowell or whatever, I am much more open to playing Hocevar and Priest over Bubba Wallace, over Hamlin, over Suarez. I mean, that's really like my only input because like on those lineups, I'm having 4 guys in the top 16, and I don't really want to have, 5 guys in the top 16 with Bubba Wallace. That's why, I'm kind of, you know, going towards Hocevar and Priest just to get a little bit of a safety net in terms of things getting in case things get really stupid and stuff. But like I said, it's been a pretty big slaughter for the NASCAR stuff this week. Let's see. I don't see anything else here. I don't see anybody else wandering around. Let me see. I got a message on Discord here. Or whatever. Yeah, I just don't, dog. I really don't have much input today. It's so it's so funny. Like, I'm still spending quite a lot on NASCAR and stuff, but I've had so much success in other sports this year that really outside the plate races and like Dover and stuff, NASCAR has been a wash this year. If I don't improve, that third place finish for um this last Daytona race is going to be the best finish I've had in the Cup Series. No, actually, timeout. No, I did get the. What am I talking about? I played the Opmal um, a while back, but it was a part of a train. No, I had the second best line in to Gateway. Gateway, I had the second best line, but that I finished farther down than third in that one, just because there was a train up top. Anyway, um, NASCAR has been a wash this year. We've been so close, and then I've lost so many GPPs at the very end this year. So anyway, due to all that, I mean, this is where my stuff is at. I'm probably going to play 30 to 45% of my portfolio on my stuff. I'm going to use Sheets' stuff for 10 to 15% or whatever, and then just because now backing up, row courses easier to project for, less variance to account for. Obviously, anybody can wreck or whatever, right? But less laps, less fast laps, less laps led, a higher skill gap and stuff. Typically, that makes um, sims and projections and stuff much more accurate. That's why I just, this morning, I woke up and I was like, I'm going to join SpeakX for the week and have 8% of my portfolio exposure based on Schroeder stuff, just because this has been a pretty disastrous Cup Series weekend or NASCAR weekend at the ROVAL. However, at least I'll be able to watch the race, right? What's going on in the this London game, right? Yeah, F1's been fucking stupid. What's going on here? Also, very tilted about this. This is actively like pissing me off to this day. This would have won. This would be killing. Um, I'm incredibly pissed off. This guy missed the cut. So whatever. What's going on here? We're 40, 48, 10 in a train here. What's going on here? One thing to note, just because 15. So Jefferson was projected for like 19 in the captain. Him coming at like right at 16 is pretty surprising. I got like 70% of him or whatever. And then I did a little bit of Naylor and the other fellers from. Yeah, I got some Addison, which I don't exactly know why. I really, really hate playing these other fucking goobers, dude. Where's Naylor at? I got some Naylor lines too. Anyway, yeah, whatever. Yeah, I just don't really have. I don't mind Josh Berry starting. If I was hand building, right, which I'm gonna do, but like if I was doing a lot, I would probably find myself landing on a lot of Berry, Dillon, and Jones. I think that these guys, now yet again, I have them for 26, 23, and 26 as well. But I really think that I would take the upside that these three individual drivers have, maybe not together, but I would really take the upside that Barry, Dillon, and Jones have just because they're starting at the very back of the field. And we usually don't get Jones and Dillon starting, dead last, and Barry. I mean, Barry's basically at his price tag of literally nothing at 53. Like I like Barry today as well. I'm finding that I'm getting into a lot of Barry in like value stuff as well if I'm paying up for a lot of people, but I don't know how good of a play they're going to be. But like my three favorite plays today are Barry, Dillon, and Jones, and I don't even know if any of those guys are actually going to end up working. I don't know how far up they're going to need yellows and chaos, which we haven't really seen at the Roval in a while, but it's the Cup Series. Who knows? I think that's mainly it. I know I'm not a lot of help, but I mean I've been pretty wrong this week. So anyway, like I said, I'm gonna trust Sheets' of stuff far more than my own stuff today, which is why I like TrueDFS. We have a lot of things going on here. We have a lot of ways to get different projections. Whoa, you're looking at some of my lines. I'm like, I don't even care, dude. I don't believe I'm going to play those. I'm just trying to figure out what I'm building here. But I would highly encourage you to join TrueDFS. I used Goldie's MMA projections last night. I mean, I use a variety of sources that we have just on the site, on top of Pater Intuitive Analytics tools, on top of the SaberSim partnership, and so I would highly encourage you to join. Everybody here, and I mean, obviously everybody's gonna say that, but like you've seen this, the last couple months that I've had, Sheets has been killing it. I mean, we're using the stuff that we're uploading to the site. So at least at this point, 4 weeks in the NFL season, this has been a winning site, right? I mean, I think that's mainly it. Sheets, Bobby, and Rody, top of the hour. Top of the hour to talk the next. What is it? What are we on? Week 5 NFL slate. Big Gritter, SVG to dominate. I would think so. I think he kind of goes up and down and kind of kills the field here. But man, I just don't really. I mean, this is where I'm at, right? But man, I don't really have much opinions today on this. Yeah, I think that's mainly it. See you guys later, man. This has been a disastrous ROVAL week. I will the last thing I will say is I mentioned this yesterday. Yet again, if you're going to finish bad in contest, you want to finish dead last because that at least shows that you're going to be on polar opposites of either you're going to be cashing well or like dead last in contests. You never want to be in the middle of the contest, right? So the only saving grace is at least I'm finishing like dead last in these with with these guys not working out. Anyway, yeah, I'll see you guys later. Thank you for being here, and I will talk with you later. Bye bye.